G'day, welcome to episode 365 of Trent365. Yes, we made it, 365 consecutive episodes. Who'd have thunk we'd make it this far? Probably not a lot of you, I know, as a number of you reached out to me over the last couple of days and said you couldn't believe that we made it. Neither could I, but we did. So for those who are tuning in for a daily insight or an idea or some advice, you might want to tune out because I'm not sure there's going to be much here for you this episode. This is going to be an episode of thanks and gratitude, going to be a bit longer than the others. I'll try to keep it as short as I can. But actually there is a little bit of an insight at the end because we're doing a giveaway towards the end of this show, and the way that we're doing that giveaway might be a lesson for you. So yeah, what the hell, tune in anyway. 1 year anniversary, did not have a cake or anything special, so I've been compelled to put the candle inside the bottle of truth. For those of you that know about the bottle of truth, you'll understand. For those that don't, then maybe you need to reach out to me and ask me what it is. So look, 365 consecutive episodes of of Trent365. It's been an interesting journey. A special shout out to a few people that have really been, I guess, the motivation and incentive to do this. People like Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, who many of you will know, and people like Seth Godin. And Seth is a guy that's been posting continually for every day for I think over 20 odd years now. And Seth's even taken the time to respond to a few of my questions and help me out with some advice along the way. So special thanks to those two fellas. If you're not following either of those two blokes, you really should, because they're super smart cats. I also wanted to give a special shout out to a few of the people who have been with me on this journey since the beginning. And I ummed and ahed about this because I know that someone's going to get upset that they didn't get a mention and they've been following for a long time. But these are the specific people who were there on that very first episode, which was episode 5 that I posted actually onto LinkedIn, because episode 1 to 4 was just audio only. And these are the people that have been with me continually through that journey. And they continue to this day to post words of encouragement and respond and engage with the content. So what the hell, it's a meritocracy, right? If you're not mentioned, then maybe we don't know each other well enough. So let's do better on that one moving forward. So a few people that I do want to acknowledge just quickly. People like Mark McKenney, Camille Hoeb, Ben Hollandsworth, Graham Hine, all been with me since day one. Guys like Phil Zapata, Gary White, Mohammed Hanafi, Gary White, Amy McDonald, all people that have been with me really since the outset and been massive encouragement. Been a number of people since then, people like Roberto Fabrice and Jürgen and Dennis Harvey and Derek and Trevor Studd and Laura Cron and Penny Brewer and Julie Kramer. All these people and many more obviously have been massive encouragement throughout this journey, and so I really want to say a special thanks to those people, and in fact to everybody who's consumed this content over the last year or so, particularly this one, which has obviously been going for the full year. And look, I don't want to mention names, but I just felt I had to mention those few names. So honestly, I really do appreciate everybody that takes the time to consume. I know we don't always have time to respond and comment and like and share, but I appreciate anyone that's taken the time to consume. So thank you. And that's a bit of a theme too. Thank you, right? We touched on it yesterday, going to be back again today, and might have a little bit of a hint as to what's coming towards the end of the show. In terms of impact, LinkedIn has been the main source for me, and as I mentioned yesterday, over 2,500 connections I've added on LinkedIn over the last year or so, purely on the back of producing all this content and people engaging with that content and me reaching out and saying thanks. So to me, that's a pretty significant impact. In terms of number of views and likes and shares, honestly, I don't have all that data tabulated. No doubt it's probably tens of thousands of views. Not that I really count views of videos because it's just a few seconds in the stream and that doesn't really count. But you know, tens of thousands of likes, thousands of comments over the course of the last year or so. So impact, yeah, I think we've had a bit of impact. And that doesn't include things like obviously Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube and the other places that we go. In terms of the audio, the podcast that we've got, this show, Trent365, appears as a podcast, hosted on Anchor, and as of today, we're up to 15,189 plays, which is a hell of a lot, right? Libsyn, which is where I post the Inside the Spa Business show, the weekly podcast, that's up to 6,830 plays as of today. So they're pretty significant numbers. So have we made a bit of an impact? Yeah, I think we have. Now, where do we go tomorrow? Because a number of people have asked the question, what happens after episode 365? I touched on it yesterday, episode 366. We're going to continue with the show. I'm denied about whether or not we'd actually start season 1, season 2, but ultimately decided we'll just keep going with the numbering. So tomorrow it's episode 366. It will be moving slightly to a different platform. We're still going to be on the podcasts, but it's going to be under the banner of Insights with Trent Monday. The reason for that is that people are saying they didn't know about Inside the Spa Business, but they knew about Trent365 or vice versa. So the call has been to put all of the audio content in the one place. So as of tomorrow, fingers crossed, if I can get all this migration stuff sorted out, we will be on a new channel, if you like, on the podcast platforms, the various platforms, iTunes being the main one, under the banner of Insights with Trent Monday. If you subscribe to either of the shows, you should automatically transcribe through to the others. But if you don't, then drop me a note, let me know, and we'll sort it out. Or just go on over to Insights with Trent Monday, find it on the podcast channels, and subscribe to that. And look, we're also going to be in the process of uploading all the videos onto YouTube. Can only do 5 a day because otherwise they're going to flag me. So it'll probably take until the end of December to get that sorted out, and then probably till the end of January to actually be up to speed with everything since then. So at that point, then we'll be posting on a daily basis. SoundCloud, all of the episodes in audio format are on SoundCloud. I'm sorting out the playlists now, so probably by the end of the weekend I'll have those playlists sorted out. So there'll be one playlist for Inside the Spa Business, one playlist for Trent365. And we're going to be keeping those names moving forward. We're just going to host them under the one channel called Insights with Trent Monday, okay? Eventually you'll find all of this content, of course, on my website. We're just still sort of revamping that, trying to get all of this audio and video content sorted out. Should have that done, God, I don't know, hopefully by the end of the year. It's just taking a bit of time to get all the content loaded in the right formats and places. So that's where we're going with the show. So I'll be back again tomorrow, episode 366. But before I run away, I just wanted to say thanks. And I thought about how I could say thanks. And what I've decided to do is those two guys that I mentioned at the start of the show, Seth Godin and Gary Vaynerchuk, as I mentioned, they've been big inspirations of mine. And when I thought I wanted to give away a book. And so I thought, which book would be most appropriate for me to say thanks? Now, as it turns out, Gary's got a book called The Thank You Economy. So what I'm going to do is give away 5 copies of The Thank You Economy. But I'm not going to give them away to you. I'm going to give them away to someone you want to say thanks to. So here's what you got to do. Drop me an email to me@trentmonday.com. In the comment section, in the subject line, write thank you. And in the body of the email, tell me who you want to send the book to and why. So the name of the person you want me to send the book to and why. And then what I'll do is I'll send a copy of the Thank You Economy to them on your behalf. Get it? A little bit different, but I think it's a great way to kind of pay it forward, if you know what I mean. So not to you, to somebody you want to say thank you to. Now, to give everyone a chance, it's now Friday the 30th of November here for me in Malaysia. Let's give it until midnight Monday night, which is the 3rd of December, Hong Kong time. Malaysia time, Hong Kong time. So if you can get that email into me by the end of the day, literally midnight Monday the 3rd of December, I will then choose what I think are the best 5 comments and the best 5 reasons, and there's been no discussion entered into. I'm going to be the sole arbiter of this decision, and then I will send your friend, your person, the person that you want to send a copy of the book to, I'll send them a copy of the Thank You Economy on your behalf. Alrighty, so that's been a big episode, a lot to talk about. We'll be back again tomorrow, same time, kind of, but a different place, kind of. Insights with Trent Monday's the place. But I will be back again tomorrow. See ya.